Alright then. I've got 3 Reddit stories from r/EntitledParents. Put down in the comments section what other Reddit subreddits that you want me to read. And if you've got any specific stories that you want me to read out in my completely sexy and hypnotic voice, then put it down in the comments section. Even though there's like, 2 people that actually like me? That's sad. Let's hope we can increase that number, eh? Anyway, I've got 3 stories, and the first one is called EM Doesn't Pay Me for Babysitting Her Kids and Tries to Steal My Family Switch. A little bit of advice when coming up with titles. Don't give away the entire story with just the title. The author is on a phone and happened in the fall of 2018. And so we begin. So, my best friend's mum is really not a pleasant person to be around. She's one of those Christian anti-vax mums who believes that God is the only vaccine. I try my best to be nice around her, as her daughter is my best friend, but this time I snapped. EM is entitled Mum, EK1, EK2 are the entitled kids, me equals the author, BF is best friend. EM, hey, Krusty, can you babysit my BF's younger brothers? Me, yeah, sure. How much would you pay and when will this be? EM, Saturday, 9 AM to 9 PM. I'll pay $15 an hour as it's a weekend. Me, okay, I'll be happy to do that. In the text convo, she seems very nice, but wait until you see the devil's spawn and her children. It's Saturday and EM comes with her 2 bratty children, EK1 and 2. EK1 is 12 and EK2 is 10. Take a drink. As they are the ages above, they want to play Fortnite. Well, you've got to get rid of the entire damn child. What? They like Fortnite? They must be defective. Yes, I am one of those old people that dislike Fortnite. Why do I dislike Fortnite? Games like that are only really fun if you have friends to play them with. And I don't really have many friends that I can play with. Anyway, continuing with the story. I let them take turns on the family Nintendo Switch, as I don't want them touching me and my brother's personal consoles. I take them out for McDonald's and ice cream, and 9 PM comes. Oh boy, here we go. EM, thanks for watching the kids. EK, Mum, can we keep the Switch? I liked playing on it. EM, of course you can, come bring it. I thought they were joking, but the boy actually brings the Switch gamepad. Me, you can't keep that, it was expensive. EM, but my child wants it. Give my child your Switch. Me, I'm not going to give your child my Switch. Go buy your own, and before I forget, you owe me $180. And author grabs gamepad from EK2. EK2 starts crying. EM, how dare you make my child cry? God will punish you. I'm not paying you. EM starts running with her 2 children. I run after her and try to stop her, but she gets in her car and drives away. I told my best friend about this and she confronted her mum about it. She actually convinced her to pay me the money. Oh, good sweet Jesus. Like, it says, like, moral of the story to ask for payment up front. Like, yeah, ask for your payment up front, or at the very least, half of it. So if they cancel on you, they still pay you half the amount. Like $90 is kind of cool, because $90 can get you a lot, or so I've heard. Also, I don't get it. With these entitled parents, they say that what's theirs is theirs, and for some reason they turn into gigantic communists when someone else has something their kid wants. Like, I've had like an incident where a parent used my electric tricycle as a seat for her goddamn kid. I was getting out of the shops and basically I saw her kid sitting on the back basket. The kid mustn't have been older than like 4, 5, 6 at most. I asked her to move, and obviously she's complaining, oh, he's just resting his legs. Well, he's younger than me, he's probably got functioning kneecaps, and he has no excuse to just sit on someone's property. So yeah, she moved after I threatened to call the police. So, the next story. You're too old for a phone. Nice title, very catchy. This one's a bit shorter. And the author writes, look, I'm a 10-year-old. I don't know why this crazy lady thinks I'm too old for a phone. So I got a nice phone for my birthday, an Android one. Hey, whoever got you that present has a good taste. I take it everywhere I go. I was talking a walk. Oh no, wait, taking a walk. I need glasses. I was taking a walk, just hanging out. Here enters entitled kid and parent. EK stands for entitled kid, EM stands for entitled mother, and me stands for me. EK, Mum, can I have a phone? EM, of course, sweetie. I thought they were just joking. I was wrong. EK then tries to snatch the phone out of my hands, but I pulled my phone back, stopping him. He then cries so loud, EM, give my child that phone. What is wrong with you? Me, it's my phone. I was just stopping him. She then starts cussing me out. EK then tries to take it, but I pull away and ran all the way home. Sorry if it's short, I just wanted to get it out there. And by the way, I'm not saying any of these stories that I'm reading out actually happened. I'm just reading them out. Don't expect me to be reporting these as, fact. I'm not a news channel. I'm just a guy that reads stuff out and plays video games. But yeah, again, with all these parents that, like, if you can't afford to give your child a certain item, tell them you can't afford this item. It's like with my father, if I wanted a new computer, I'd have to convince him that I need a new computer. Now that I'm an adult, I have to pay for it myself. And I do the odd jobs here and there to really, really small things for my gran, and she gives me stuff. I mean, she doesn't have to. I mean, I like helping her out because she's my gran. She taught me to read and write. But yeah, just a bit of advice for you if you're a parent. If you can't afford to get your child a certain item, tell them you can't get the item. And if they pitch a fit about it, tell them to build a bridge and get over it. Because throwing tantrums gets you nowhere in real life. And so this next story, the last one, Kid breaks lamp and EM says it's our fault because we placed it in a terrible area. Fucking hell, these titles. Don't give away the full thing in just the title, people. Know how to do your titles. Come on. Okay, so I'm going to read it out now. So, sorry this is kind of short. It was also a while ago and I get distracted with other sentences easily. So things may either be wrong or missing. Sorry about that. EM equals entitled mum, entitled brat is EB, and or M equals author. So my sister had this friend, EB, when she was around 5 years old. One day she and his mother, EM, came over to our house. I was bored, so I was chilling out in the living room where EM and my mum were talking. Suddenly, from the basement where my sister and EB were playing, I heard a crash. Me, my mum and EM went downstairs to see what it was and discovered EB had knocked down a lamp and broke it. He was crying and claimed my sister called him a slut. He and my sister were only 5, so my sister didn't know that word, and I had no clue how he did. I found out later, though. EM started getting mad at my mum for putting it in such a terrible place. My mum wasn't having it, so she told EM to just leave, which really got EM pissed off. EM, excuse me? Me and my son came here to have a good time and you start blaming my son for breaking a lamp? You should have been responsible and put it somewhere children couldn't reach. Mum, my kids are responsible enough to not break any objects. I thought your kid was as well. He is. You're just insert insults. That's how EB learned bad words, probably. Mum, get out or I'm calling the cops. EM, I have the right to be here. I was invited. Mum, and now I'm kicking you out and your son out. Please leave. EM, fine. You have terrible hospitality and a terrible home. EM stormed upstairs with her son and slammed the door shut and left. Somebody needs to do a wellness check on that child, because, like, just fuck me, like, ow, like these parents, like, they always blame you for teaching, like, for saying a bad word in front of their children, which is why I don't really care about swearing in front of, like, small children. It's like with my little cousins, after they started hearing, like, my aunt, their mother, and my mother start to swear around them, I basically had a talk that, like, my dad had with me about how to swear correctly. Okay? Hear me out, don't rip me apart for this, okay? I told them that it's only acceptable to swear if you're in an extreme amount of pain, and that it's not good to just use the word every other sentence. It doesn't enhance your sentence, it makes your sentence dumber if you use it just every other sentence. So yeah, they haven't sworn as much as I'd expect, because obviously they know that, you know, you don't just swear every other sentence. You either swear when there's a lot of pain, and if you're angry, don't really say anything at all. Well, I mean, yeah, if you're angry, say something, but don't scream and shout. You don't look intimidating when you scream and shout. But yeah, these parents that wonder, where did my child learn this vulgar language? Check your own language, right? It's like, I'm currently working with the person who's like founding a company called Raven Shield as one of the writers and voice actors. In fact, I'm the main writer for the script. And I know that we're going to get problems with parents saying that our game is inappropriate for their children. And this is like an example of like one of the biggest problems with parents and why I hate other people's children. And if I had children, I wouldn't exactly hate them. I would just be a bit more responsible. They give their children these violent video games and use their details on the profile instead of the child's details, and then expect the platform to do all the parenting for them. That's not how parenting works. If you don't want your child to see titties, then don't put your details into the account. Put your child's details into the account and get the parental controls on. Anyway, bit of a rant there. Like, oh Jesus. But yeah, I get pissed off at other people's parents very, very easily. Like, I'm not above slapping someone for bad parenting. I mean, come on, you would slap someone if you saw they were being such a bad parent they were possibly endangering their child. Anyway, if you want more videos like this, or want to see me do more of these subreddit things, I'm going to do them anyway, but if you want to suggest something, suggest something. I mean, it is a free country after all.